Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, anything I say is alleged and in my very, very personal opinion. This is for entertainment purposes only. None of this is personal. The Copyright Act of 1976 is in the description box. Some meat and potatoes, some housekeeping items. It is free to follow me. Free to follow me on this channel, Anonymous Tea. Free to follow me on my other channel, Anonymous Tea Podcast. There is new content over there. Follow me on the Tickety Talk at Anonymous Tea Podcast. Free to follow me on the Instagram. On the Instagram is at Anonymous Reality Tea. Free to share everywhere. Free to like the video so it gets out to the algorithm. Free to share with your family, your friends, and your foes, and coming or going, hit the like button. So today we are in a time warp. We have to travel back in time, way back into time, into 2014, you guys, because there is an exclusive with a fashion designer that is coming out on December 4th of 2025 as of yesterday, courtesy of the Daily Mail, but I believe it's also on Page 6 and other platforms as well, about what really went down between Jay-Z and Solange in the elevator. Like when Beyonce referenced it, you know there's $1 billion in the elevator, some bleep is about to go down. Now, here is my initial question, is I thought, like, didn't Wendy Williams already spill this alleged tea? Didn't Wendy Williams, when Wendy Williams had the Wendy Williams show on the network, spill this alleged tea? But we're going to get into it because we're going to see if it's the same tea or not. So it says, grainy black and white CCTV footage of Solange Knowles attacking brother-in-law in an elevator following a Met Gala after party in 2014 shattered the veneer of Beyonce and Jay-Z's picture-perfect image. The headline-grabbing video, which was leaked online, sparked a flurry of theories, including one that claimed Solange's anger stemmed from what she assumed was Jay-Z's alleged affair with Rachel Roy. Now, 11 years later, you guys. 11 years later, you guys. Did the non-disclosure agreements expire? Is that what it was? Were people locked in for a 10-year non-disclosure agreement? Because that's what this is given. Now, nonetheless, now 11 years after the infamous incident, fashion designer Oscar G. Lopez has revealed the reason. In an exclusive interview with the Daily Mail, Lopez, 52, claimed Roy ran into Jay-Z at the Met Gala. The hip-hop mogul then paid her a compliment after being taken aback by the beauty of her black lace gown, which Lopez designed. No. I think Jay complimented her about the gown, and Beyonce's sister felt that it was not proper, so it was kind of a drama there, he said. The shocking footage showed the Cranes in the Sky singer dressed in a sherbet orange Phillip Lim gown and sporting a pixie cut hairdo, shoving and pushing the 99 Problems rapper into a corner of the elevator as security tried to restrain her. Meanwhile, Beyonce, wearing a black Givenchy haute couture gown with intricate beading and a matching veil, exchanged words with her sister and then husband of 6 years, but did not intervene in the physical fight. The scandal captured global headlines, which Lopez saw as good for business. Any press is good press, he said. It is good that people talk about you. Sometimes you benefit from a scandal, not even being part of it in a very direct way. Let's call it collateral damage. It was meant to be. No. Roy, now 51, asked Lopez to design a dress for the Met Gala after he won season 1 of the Project Runway spinoff Under the Gun. He got a call with less than 2 weeks' notice, but much like on the reality competition show, the Cuban-born craftsman seamlessly constructed a one-of-a-kind dress made with the French sequin lace and silk organza just in time. However, Lopez said that on that night of the event, Roy was late to the carpet, so she was unable to get photographed on the steps of the Metropolitan Museum of Art. When the scandal broke, though, Lopez recalled the dress was all over the news. He said he and Rachel laughed off the ordeal, thinking it was so silly since Roy once was married to Jay-Z's former pal and business partner Damon Dash. Roy had interned at Rockaware, the fashion label started by Jay-Z and Dash, before working her way up to creative director of the women's and children's lines. The Cuban-born designer had created it, and then Jay-Z, now 55, and Solange, now 39, released a joint statement to the Associated Press at the time, stating that they had, quote, apologized to each other and moved on from the situation as a united family. The Big Pimpin' rapper also said in a 2017 interview with Rap Radar, he and Solange were cool, adding she is like a sister. Then in 2016, Beyonce, now 44, released her Lemonade album, which included a song called Sorry and referred to an alleged mistress as Becky with the good hair. Many fans speculated at the time the lyric was a reference to Rachel Roy. So much so that y'all was sending harassing messages and live threats to Rachel Roy and her kids, allegedly. The Rachel Roy Collections founder, known for her long brunette locks, then cheekily shared in an Instagram post with the caption, "Good hair don't care," but later claimed that her comment was misconstrued. Jay-Z seemingly confirmed he had been unfaithful, but has never disclosed who or with whom on his track Family Feud in 2017, which features the lyrics, "Yeah, I'll F up a good thing if you let me alone, Becky." He also addresses behavior in interviews with T Magazine and David Letterman, telling the late night host in 2018, "I have a beautiful wife who's understanding and knew I'm not the worst of what I've done. We did the hard work going to therapy. And we also love each other, right? So we really put in the work." You also allegedly moved to LA as well. The Daily Mail has reached out to Jay-Z's reps for further comment on the matter, but they could not be reached. Lopez has since grown accustomed to the headlines, as he is now the go-to designer for the Trump family. So there it is. There it is. It was a scheme set up by Trump. It is a scheme set up by 45 and 47 administration. So now you feel, listen, looky here, I can spill this tea. I'm protected now because none of the less, I work for 45 and 47 now. So he has designed dresses for President Trump's daughter Tiffany's engagement photo shoot, rehearsal dinner, and other special occasions. He also often creates gowns for Eric Trump's wife, Laura Trump, and Don Trump's ex, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Sorry if I'm butchering that. I don't have any bad things to say about them. Not a negative thing, because they're truly amazing. I love every one of them, celebrity designer said. Lopez, who met the Trump family prior to their foray into politics as he would visit Mar-a-Lago with clients, said he sometimes receives hateful comments on social media, but is not fazed since it provides more exposure for his work. Some people will comment, "Oh, you shouldn't work with these people, but your work is amazing, so that is good things that people are able to see my work." Lopez said at the end of the day, he is a fashion designer, not a politician. "I welcome everyone that wants to have a dress made, and if these people are nice with me, why not?" He added before reiterating, "We just don't talk about politics, because with me, you will talk about fashion, because that is what I do." And that is that. That is absolutely that. So my question is, did Solange really put the pause on Jay-Z because of him complimenting Rachel Roy? I feel like that's a cover story. I feel like there's more to that. Were they flirting? Was there plans to allegedly go to Rachel Roy's after party? Because I believe that was what the tea was. There was intentions of going to whatever party she was going to, or she was allegedly throwing an after party, and I think the plan allegedly was Jay-Z was going to be hitting that up. And then also there was a messy caption where Rachel Roy, I believe, had did the whole "My Beach is Better" thing, a play on Jay-Z song. Like this thing, but it's so crazy to me that all this stuff is coming out now. Like, and I can't help but ask again, is there a 10-year NDA that is in place involving the Carters? Because why do we need to know this now in 2025? And again, Wendy Williams had the tape and basically said it was Rachel Roy. That Rachel Roy was Becky with the good hair. You know what I'm saying? And then it was so odd, the whole rollout of Lemonade, because you're sitting there watching it. I remember sitting there watching this, and I'm like, is Beyonce going to divorce Jay-Z? Because if you're pissed off and this hurt and everything else, and it's got you feeling a certain type of way, I would think that the divorce papers are coming by the end of this documentary, by the end of this special. Because wasn't that on HBO or something? Like, I thought the divorce papers were coming. And after it all happened, nobody said anything, right? And then you go to the Beyonce concert, y'all. And at the end of the concert, after all of the speculation, is Beyonce going to leave Jay-Z? He cheated on her. He hurt her. All of this and all of that. How could you do that to Queen Beyonce and all of the things? And then she gets to the concert and she's like, I would like to thank my husband. No. And then Jay-Z also revealed that how Beyonce was, listening to some pointed music, some certain music that just let Jay-Z know that she was mad at him as he was making 444. Like, it's just, if y'all like it, I love it. If y'all like it, I love it. You know what I'm saying? But obviously, they thought that they worked through this whole cheating thing and decided to stick it out, right? But some people always argue, okay, is it more about business now than it is the love and the marriage component of it all? And, that's for y'all to decide. That's really for y'all to decide. I just never understood why people would say Jay-Z and Beyonce are couples goals. I never understood why people said Will and Jada were couples goals. Like, nobody knows what is happening inside the walls of their homes and their marital homes, but we get a glimpse of what they reveal to us or what is exposed to us or what other people around them say. And it tells you kind of a little bit of insight as to what the real tea is. And for me, it is what it is. Because it was weird. There was another interview Jay-Z did where he was like, I finally understood the impact of my actions, like, once I had a daughter. And it's like, so basically you were cool with your actions until you had a daughter and realized the impact of doing that to somebody's daughter, but you weren't thinking of the impact that Beyonce is also somebody's daughter, of, doing all of this cheating and everything else. And let's keep it a buck, y'all. Rachel Roy and whatever did or didn't happen at the Met Gala was not the first time of Jay-Z, allegedly indulging in whatever, right? There has been tons of cheating rumors over the decades of the duration almost that Beyonce and Jay-Z have been together and have never let up. I think, like I said, like for me, I feel as though a cheater's never going to change. They're just going to be smarter about how they're going to cheat, right? So if it was sloppy before, they're going to do everything they can now to make sure that it's not sloppy, right? And they're going to make sure that there's NDAs in place. They're going to make sure that things are meticulous. And when you're a celebrity, you got assistants, you got bodyguards, you got various people that can run interference for you, set things up at hotels, set things up at Airbnbs and everything else if you really want to cheat out here. And set it up kind of like what we just kind of saw with the whole Tamar and Mendeecees thing, right? Having other people there with you. So it looks like you're out having a good time. You're out hanging out with friends. It doesn't look like initially to the people that you guys are out here messing around, except for when y'all are sitting on each other's lap and kissing on each other and everything else. But here's the thing: if you want to cheat, you're going to cheat. Is my whole point. And I feel like the Rachel Roy thing, the Met Gala, was ultimately the climax of it all. And it told me that Jay-Z had been being disrespectful, right? He had been out here. But I don't believe it was just a compliment that happened with Rachel Roy. I definitely think more was said, or more was left for interpretation to be said, because obviously Jay-Z and Damon Dash, there's no love lost between them at this point, right? And allegedly back in the day, they were, competing over some of the same women and everything else. So nothing would shock me, but Wendy Williams already told us, and for whatever reason, some people did not want to believe her. But it's ironic now that she's not on the air anymore. A lot of tea that she had on a lot of these celebrities have come to fruition as we speak, right? So, nonetheless, I want to know what y'all think about this. Do y'all even care at this point? Because ultimately, for me, it's like, well, Beyonce didn't leave Jay-Z. She didn't go anywhere. And if he's still cheating, or if he's still doing whatever, and she knows about it, I guess as long as it's not sloppy, as long as it's not messy, as long as it doesn't get out to the public eye, she's cool with it. I don't know. Or maybe they made a decision at some point, like, listen, look at here, the romantic aspect of our marriage is gone. We're going to live separate lives, or I'm going to do me, but I'm just going to make it a point to not disrespect you or humiliate you. So it would be difficult for people to find out who any potential side chick is at this point. That's what it's giving. And it's giving, hey, I want to be the only one that's Mrs. Sharon Carter, right? So in return, you're going to show up for me when I need you, when we need to be seen at these public events. But nonetheless, you guys, that's their marriage. That's their decision. And I just hope that we could just put a pin in this, because I feel like, what was the point of revealing this now? Unless people really didn't know that it was about Rachel Roy all along. But I thought it was known that it was about Rachel Roy all along. So there's that. That is it. That's all. Es todos, es final, es finito. It's the end of the road. It's the end of the line for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post the content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.